Friends, welcome to Biology Made Easy. Today we are starting a new chapter, that is mineral nutrition. This chapter is very important in plant physiology because whatever we discuss in this chapter, they are related with all other chapters like transport in plants, photosynthesis, respiration and growth and development of plants. Because in the mineral nutrition we will discuss what are the different types of minerals that are required by the plant, what is their role, and in their absence, what is the deficiency. And most of these minerals, they regulate the enzymes, and without enzymes, the photosynthesis, respiration, growth, development, nothing can take place. That is why this chapter is very important. And in this chapter, you have to remember a lot of things. So you have to read it again and again so that thoroughly you can understand everything and you can remember everything. You might have marked the elderly person in your homes. They used to take different types of multivitamins along with the minerals. If you read the labeling, you will see different types of minerals like magnesium, zinc, iron, copper, all these things are there. Now why they take all these things? Because the vitamins and these different elements, minerals, they play a key role in metabolism, in regulating the enzyme action, because they are the cofactors, either the coenzymes or metal activators. And sometimes the doctor advises to take leafy vegetables, fruits, nuts. Why? Because different types of minerals will be available to our body so that the enzymatic reaction will be better and will be healthy. So when different types of minerals are required for our body, the metabolism of animals and plants is mostly same. The respiration, protein synthesis, amino acid synthesis, all this, the metabolism is same. And the doctors advise us to take leafy vegetables, fruits and nuts. These are all plant products. That means when we are taking different type of plant products, we are getting these different types of minerals. But where from these plants bring these minerals? It is also required by them for the different metabolic reactions. So the plants, they take it from the soil, because soil is the reservoir of different types of mineral ions. And Liebig is one scientist who reported that the different minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the plants and utilized by them. So they use some of them, and those which are retained in the leaves, nuts or seeds and fruits, that also we get from them. That means in case of plants, the nutrition is mostly inorganic because they synthesize the food material by themselves. But these inorganic substances cannot be synthesized. They have to take it from the soil. While for all saprophytes, the nutrition is both inorganic as well as organic. Because for organic food we depend upon plants, and for these inorganic minerals also we depend upon the plants. So this is the basic difference, but the role of minerals for both plants and animals is almost same. Now, when we are discussing mineral nutrition, what is the meaning of this mineral nutrition? Mineral nutrition is absorption, distribution, and metabolism of different mineral ions, different ions. That means absorption, distribution, and their role in metabolism. That is known as mineral nutrition. But what are the different types of elements that are required by the plant? How will you know it? Easily we can know it. If a plant will be burnt above 500 to 600 degrees centigrade, above 500 to 600 centigrade. So we cannot provide it in our homes. For this, we have to take the help of electric furnace. So if a plant will be burnt in electric furnace, ultimately what we'll get? We'll get ash. and the ash content is less than 10% of the dry weight of the plant body. Dry weight of the plant body. That means you have idea what is dry weight and fresh weight. Fresh weight means the total weight along with water. But after evaporation of water, what will be left? That is only the dry weight. And the ash content is less than 10% of the dry weight of the plant body. That means very less. And when this plant ash was analyzed, it was found that more than 60 minerals, I have written 60 plus, more than 60 minerals, they are present in plants out of 118 elements that are present in soil. That means almost 50% of the mineral ions present in plants. But whether all these minerals are required by the plant or not, again when it was analyzed, it was found that actually all these are not required. That means some of them are essential while some of them are non-essential. These 60 elements which are taken, some of them are non-essential. Means these are not required by the plant body, while some are essential. So what are the common non-essential minerals? Now usually non-essential minerals for the plant body, there is sodium, strontium, then silicon, then cobalt. All these are, even you can take this gold, all these are present, but they are not necessary by the plant body. While essential elements, these essential elements were found to be 17 in a number. But out of these 60 elements present in plant body, which are non-essential and which are essential, how can we determine it? For this, Arnon and Stout, they proposed certain points. If the minerals satisfy those points, then they are essential, and if they do not satisfy, they are not essential, or you can that they are non-essential. So what are these three things? Number one is these elements are absolutely necessary. These elements are absolutely necessary for growth and reproduction of organisms. That means those elements which are essential, they are absolutely necessary for growth and the reproduction of organisms. That means the growth, the development and the reproduction, their multiplication cannot take place. That means their life cycle cannot be completed in absence of these elements. That is number one. Number two is their role is specific. Specific. I am underlining the word specific, and not replaceable. Not replaceable. Again, I am underlining the word not replaceable. What is the meaning of this? Their role is specific and not replaceable. Let us take one example. Suppose the chlorosis in case of leaves. That means when there will be chlorophyll will not be synthesized, the leaves will turn yellow. For this chlorosis, so many minerals are responsible. Nitrogen, you can take the example of nitrogen, iron, sulfur. All these are responsible for synthesis of chlorophyll. But suppose for the deficiency of nitrogen, chlorosis is occurring in leaves. That means the role is specific, but it is not replaceable. Suppose we will think that iron and sulfur also they take part for synthesis of chlorophyll. So if nitrogen not present, let us supply more amount of sulfur or iron so that it can be replaced. But no, because each one has some specific role. Nitrogen plays a specific role. Iron, sulfur, they have all specific roles. It is not replaceable. So that is the importance of the essential elements. And the third point, that means they have direct participation, participation in metabolism. Direct participation in metabolism. That means they are directly involved in metabolism. That means different types of reactions that are taking place in the plant body. It is due to the presence of these mineral elements. So when all the three criteria will be satisfied, then we'll call it as the essential element. So these are the another stuff they give this. This is known as criteria for essentiality of elements. This is very important from examination point of view. Now the next thing is how it is determined that these elements are necessary and these are not necessary. There must be some experiment to know that these are essential and these are not essential. So what is that experiment? The experiment is known as hydroponics. This is again very important. Hydroponics, or this is also known as soil-less culture. And this was first developed. This idea of hydroponics or soil-less culture was developed by Gorick, 1940, and demonstrated by Julius Van Sachs in 1960. So initially the idea was given by Gorick, and it was demonstrated that actually what is the role of hydroponics in determining the role of different essential elements. That was demonstrated by Sachs in 1960. So what is this hydroponics or soilless culture? Usually for the growth and development of the plant body, they require water and the different types of gases, carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, oxygen for respiration, and also they require different types of minerals. But the plant is usually the seed is put in the soil so that the soil will give anchorage. Along with that, it will provide water and minerals. If we can provide anchorage outside, suppose we will take a beaker where we will put some solution, and the solution is a mixture of water along with the different dissolved minerals. If we will put a plant here, suppose we will put a plant here, and the plant is just for the purpose of anchorage. Let us put a stand here so that anchorage is provided. This anchorage is usually provided by the soil, but we are providing it with the help of a stand. Now here water is there, different types of minerals are there, and the plant is also exposed to the sunlight and also to the air. That means everything that was available in the nature is provided now. So if all these different types of minerals will be given, then what is its role, and in the absence what is the deficiency, it can be easily studied. How? Suppose in one of the control, suppose this is the control one, and here all the minerals are given. Then the natural growth was found to be very luxuriant. Then suppose in another one, just you give everything except nitrogen. Then another one except sulfur, another one except calcium, like that. You will find the growth and development of all these plants in different culture mediums are different. Because when there is no nitrogen, the growth of the plant body will be different, and there will be some hunger signs. This is again very important. There will be some hunger signs. So hunger sign means there will be some deficiency symptoms, and these deficiency symptoms are known as hunger signs. So in this, when there is no nitrogen, there will be some hunger signs or deficiency symptoms. That means from that we can know that when there is no nitrogen, these are the deficiencies, and that is what is the role played by it. In this case, we can know when there is no sulfur, what is the deficiency and what is the role played by it. In this way, which element is necessary and which element is not necessary or non-essential was determined. And this type of the different types of solutions were there. First one scientist known as Knob, in 1965, he prepared one solution known as, according to his name, is known as Knob solution, and he gave the importance of different the macro elements. Macro elements. What are the different macro elements? How they play the different role? So he prepared a particular type of solution. Then another two scientists, Arnon and Hoagland. Then they prepared a solution that is known as also Hoagland solution, and they gave the importance of the different types of micro elements for the growth of the plant body. So in this way, different scientists, they prepared different solutions which will be very useful in development of the soilless culture or hydroponics. Nowadays, this hydroponics is very important. It has been found that the growth of some plants through hydroponics is very much successful, and the yield is also very high. And if you give different examples, some of the examples are like tomato, then another is seedless cucumber, then another is lettuce, then also in strawberry. In all these plants, it is studied how there is a luxuriant growth with more yield through hydroponics. So this hydroponics is very important because by this we can grow the plants with a high yield. There are also some aeroponics. Aeroponics means in that case aeroponics. So in case of aeroponics, simply we have to take one box and the plant is to be inserted with the help of a hole, and this is the plant. This is the plant body, and through another hole it will be the solution culture, either Knob solution or Hoagland solution, is spread to the bottle. So here moisture along with the different types of minerals are there, and it will grow. So by this process also the scientists have become successful, but the hydroponics or soilless culture is more important. You can grow plants even in your balcony. Those who are staying in multi-story buildings, they can grow their plants by means of hydroponics, and you will find that the fruits, flowers, everything becomes very luxury and growth is there. So this is hydroponics, and by this method it was known that which elements are essential and which element is required to what extent. And another thing is in this, while this hydroponics solution is prepared, it is very important to add their chelating agents. Chelating agents. The addition of the chelating, one example is EDTA, chelating agent. The addition of chelating agents to the solution culture is important because there are some minerals like zinc, copper, they are not soluble in water. But when we put chelating agents, they are available to the plants.